camera set up. We're alright. We're alright. We're alright. Okay. So we did 2 games earlier. Packers and Seahawks. Seahawks game was a little bit of a close one, but turned out to be a little bit of a disaster for the Seahawks. Packers turned out to be a little bit of a close one. I eventually pulled away. Lost some key defensive players in those games. Michael Kendricks, Jordan Hicks, both out. Guess what they have? Dislocated ankles. So, we're going to do the Bengals, we're going to do the Redskins, and we'll see where we're at, and we'll go from there. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on my YouTube page if you want to see more of Madden. Also, hit that little bell button next to the subscribe button so you do not miss an episode. So let's get it going. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Our defense is so frickin' weak. Nah. Let's do that. Yeah. Alright, that works. We are 11-0. We do have a chance to clinch the division, but we need a Redskins and Giants loss to do that. So I'll be watching that ticker. The Bengals are 4-7, so they are not having a good season.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. This is a team that may be out of the playoff chase at this point, but they're an organization with a ton of pride, and they'll be playing hard all the way to the final whistle of the final game, no matter where they are in the standings. It's the Eagles going up against the Bengals.
Not good in the turnover department, are you, Cincy?
Broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Guyton. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game?
Minnesota beat Dallas. Oh, wait, I don't need Dallas, do I?
Inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, the streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by a 2-time Pro Bowler in his 6th season. It's Andy Dalton.
And in 2015, prior to hurting his
He's having an Andy Dalton year.
Finish the season,
now,
you just heard his teammates.
I'll be watching Joe Mixon of the Bengals because I have him in my fantasy, and I want to see just how good he is.
First and 10 for Dalton. And his first pass is incomplete. And here's the offensive unit, and we highlight a very good guy, A.J. Green.
Let's just make it simple. He's a game breaker.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Play action now. Dalton. And right away.
Oh, what a play.
And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Brandon Graham, another defensive touchdown.
I think here they bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big
Nigel
for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to
with the
defense
sack
there,
fumble.
Right,
yeah, do I ever?
Caleb Sturgis now for the point after.
And the turnover department keeps slacking for the Bengals. That means they're -4 in the turnover department to our +7 now.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
So we won't get to see the Redskins or the Giants score because they are a later game than us.
No run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
So good defensive start. 2 plays in, we got a turnover touchdown. Not bad.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. He's got the size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now a former Tar Heel, Giovanni Bernard. Over the juke. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Not today.
Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
AJ Green lined up in the slot.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And that's
There's a flag.
To the foul. And he will have the first
Might be coming
down
back.
about the 21-yard line.
Coming back.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding.
Takes him out of field goal range. Takes away the first down.
A long way to go on 3rd down. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up?
Nothing. He will dial up nothing. Dallas is slacking. They're letting these scrub teams take them out of the playoff hunt.
So on 4th down, here's the veteran Steve Weatherford to punt it away. And the punt over the side.
Not a good punt.
And the spot will be inside the 35.
So we will see Carson Wentz for the first time today, coming off a 5-touchdown, 400-yard game last week.
They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or plays in college as many of the quarterbacks that were coming out in the draft, but he maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
Throwing is Wentz. And this is Hurts with it, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Wentz now on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And they thought they could exploit this defense with some really quick hitters, quick action. They worked on that in practice. We just saw it there.
And we saw them break it down to the fundamentals as well.
Please don't fall down when I give this to you.
Their own little work on it. You know, they worked on a drill here with the receivers, a drill there with the quarterbacks.
What is going on, guys? How are you?
And Charles, despite
look at that.
List of key inactives
Unreal.
That we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens,
a lot of offensive weapons we are missing, and now our defense is starting to take hits. We're missing 2 of our starting linebackers.
All the way through. No excuses for guys being out. Finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them. And we've seen the results of that.
Zach Ertz breaking his neck for more yardage.
That one good for 16 yards and a first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Shelton Gibson, the rookie, for the touchdown.
Into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career
touchdown for Shelton Gibson.
And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis.
The Rams take a 7-0 lead against the 9-2 Patriots. The Rams are 1-10.
And he will take a knee here. So per the
that was a sweet pass. Not gonna lie, that was a sweet pass.
To the 25-yard line.
I liked
now
it.
The Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch.
No, it's just throwing it away.
It's a tough job to contain them.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away. And now it's third. So a second.
Yeah, bring the pressure on Mr. Dalton right now.
Third down from the gun. Dalton.
Backfired, but all right. I'll take it.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Steve Weatherford now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Eagles take possession. The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. And with this deficit, let's be honest, it's time for them to get a stop.
And partners, you understand.
Good first offensive drive for the Eagles last time out.
Defensive coordinators tend to be a little more emotional, a little more high-strung than others.
They are.
I have a feeling that speech came out about taking a stand and bowing up in this possession.
Yeah, that's where this word pride comes out, right?
In a big way.
And they're 6 yards away from picking
Again,
up
I've become one-dimensional since losing LeGarrette Blount and Darren Sproles.
Wentz to throw on second down. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions,
All right, you got it. You got that first down.
Eventually, one of them might turn into a highlight.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there.
Yeah, I do remember that.
It's not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball.
Did you have another one?
And powered forward and got the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And a quick throw here that's complete. 22 yards on the pickup there.
Perfect start for Carson Wentz.
First down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen.
Ooh, damn. I had Mac Hollins. I had him.
And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent
and
a fierce competitor.
Jimmy Garoppolo. Okay. Well, luckily I do have a pretty durable starter there.
On play action, it's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flex.
Oh, Brady retired. Shit.
Mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough.
That's crazy.
He had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he
wonder if that's going to be the plan when Brady eventually calls it a career. Come on. Get the ball out, Wentz.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Wentz now to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
It's all right.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of the
I'm liking for what I'm seeing from Mixon. It's giving me hope for my fantasy team.
And get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers
What was the
get
question?
upfield. The blocking forms in
What do you mean,
front.
2017 or 2018? What do you mean by that?
Space in front of him. He's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They come out here in the I. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Second down now after the pass completion.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their
I don't know. He's so good. I feel like he still has like a good 3-4 years in him. Honestly. But if he wins it again this year, I wouldn't be surprised if he did it, after he wins the Super Bowl. It would only be fitting. Okay.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere.
There's like no point to running it.
40 at the 39.
Can't get anything.
Loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
He's got time. And incomplete there. A nice hit.
I thought that was a fumble, man.
And brings up third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
I can't not say that the Philadelphia Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl, because I wouldn't be a true Philadelphian if I went all premature like that. So I'm going to say Philadelphia. But New England Patriots.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Serve it. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The 4-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro, Geno Atkins in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
I just don't see anyone really stopping the Patriots. And I'm not that big of a Patriots fan.
Oh, nice move. It'll be
I'm still bitter about Super Bowl 39.
And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football.
Yeah, I'm an Eagles fan.
In
case you couldn't tell.
On a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
23 yards on the play.
Yeah, and what team do you represent?
Some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games.
Right.
What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Well, then this is really awkward.
2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that
I'm a fan of your quarterback.
Now for the guy calling.
I don't really like your team.
2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a handoff here to
But at the same time, Tom Brady is your team, really.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling.
And I think him and Brandon Cooks are just going to be like, they're going to light it up this year. Absolutely light it up.
Andy Dalton. Underneath, this is Bernard. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be
I'm thinking if I get to the
down.
Super Bowl here in this franchise, it'll be a New England Philly Super Bowl.
Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
You live in Canada? What's up? That's what's up.
We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
I like Canada. Never been there before, but I like it. Do you watch? Do you watch CFL?
This first half as he gets it away.
What's up, bitch?
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field
Sorry.
it from the
What's up,
30-yard
Newts?
line. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here now another look at the rookie Carson Wentz leading his offense back out there. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's
knock that shit off.
When you're dealing with those big bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this
Oh,
time,
no kidding.
those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Going for the deep ball. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful.
Well, I'm glad I got mine out of the way then, I guess. I don't know.
Big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly. Whoosh.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15.
Bengals defense is performing pretty good here.
In terrific field position. The Bengal offense.
How different is the CFL from the NFL, like rules-wise?
You can't have too many more drives like the last.
I know the field goal posts are at the beginning of the end zone, but other than that, is there like any real difference? Do they do anything different than in an NFL game?
And give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
And do they have CFL video games in Canada?
There've got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing, Dalton, and Eifert has it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Caught Eifert over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. It goes as a pickup of 23. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Brandon LaFell, his intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as a field goal.
3 downs, huh? Shit.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Bullock will put this one through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So there are video games in Canada?
They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Yes, Nudes Canada is very real.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And he comes back with 1 complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a
3-minute warnings, huh? That's weird.
So as they take it over, we step aside. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And
all right, second half. We're only up by 7. I thought we'd be killing these guys.
Halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the 3rd quarter. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects.
There we go. There we go. Oh, my God.
As I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. And they've
Stay on your feet, Alshon.
What you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what?
Yeah, I know about the Grey Cup. I didn't know it was the 2nd oldest trophy. Shit, I don't even know what the first is. I'm assuming it's Lord Stanley's Cup.
Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Or maybe it is the World Series. I don't know.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Throwing on first is Wentz. A dump off to Smallwood. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Need a big touchdown here. Who wants it? Who wants it?
Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your
looking for Mac Hollins here.
Crossing from your zone to the next zone.
Not happening.
And then when the ball is actually thrown,
oh God!
And they're moving on crossing routes.
I am holding the ball way too late.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know.
That's
exactly
pretty funny.
How this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Six plays got him down here. This is play
Come on,
number 7.
let's get in the end zone.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
That's all right. I forgive you.
A checkered career, but he's playing his best football after the age of 30. That pass breakup there, another indicator.
And Sturgis able to knock it through.
All good. All good.
They double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up.
Bengals defense is doing pretty good in this game.
That's fielded in
Their offense must be the reason why they're 4-8 or 4-7 or whatever it is. They're not doing anything offensively, but their defense is pretty good.
For their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3.
Although they are outgaining me too. So they just can't get in the end zone.
Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get
or maybe I just suck. I don't know.
Play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot.
I knew that. I knew the CFL was before the NFL.
Throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really
I didn't cause them to hate me for a half hour. You guys rebelled and did that yourself. I said no such thing to offend anybody.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense.
But I'm glad the heat has died down. I'm glad everyone can come back and enjoy my stream.
Distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Here's Steve Weatherford now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because
again, that was a compliment.
Run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
But whatever, me and him squashed it.
Marker, know where it is. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The CFL did?
Wynn's going to try and throw on 3rd. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Well, that's not good news.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Ertz over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember watching that on something.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd
Probably
down.
ESPN.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
We got a defensive battle going here.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Finding time.
Perfect throw.
A man over the middle, and it's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that,
looking for Ertz.
Explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance
or Treggs.
The team towards a victory.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line, right around the 2.
This has got Jeffrey's name all over it. No, it doesn't. It's got oh no, that's Trey Burton.
Touchdown,
Trey Burton.
Philadelphia. Trey Burton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
It's impressive, dudes. It's real fucking impressive.
A 9-play drive.
All right, we got some breathing room.
Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will lose yardage here.
Ain't getting nothing. Ain't getting nothing.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4.
4 down, 4 down. Set, blue 10.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton. He's got time. And Green with a catch left side.
Will not get that 1st down.
Still a little short. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage.
I think they're faking this. I don't know why, but I feel like they're faking it.
Make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. This is taken at about the 14.
God, if Darren Sproles was back there, he'd be gone.
Take over with a new set of downs. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
I forgot how close hockey season was.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy.
Totally forgot how close hockey season was, man.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On first down, Wentz. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, it's obvious to me that the big guy is beyond locked in. We saw last week a scintillating performance. We're seeing it again. I think he and his coordinator are in lockstep right now.
Sometimes a tip of the cap to the guys calling the plays here, yeah?
Not just calling the plays, setting the game plan, sitting with him during the week, watching tape as they formulate it. You know, the best ones, they listen to their guy and say, okay, what do you like this week? You like
what's going on, kickback? What's going on, bro?
And that helps them formulate what they're going to do. In order for a screen pass to
no, you can't, nudes. It's still a meal. It's probably a lot of protein, too. I don't know why I think rabbits have protein, but they probably do.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Bengals grab it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You're a Panthers fan. We got a Patriots fan, a Panthers fan in here. We got an Eagles fan.
And they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball
I don't know about the Panthers this year, dude. I don't know.
Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Second down now after the incompletion.
Got that Fig Newton. You got that Christian McCaffrey that I think is going to be nice for y'all.
On second and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Definitely, 100%.
Full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Someone told me you guys still had Jonathan Stewart, and I was like, what?
The offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking, but you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
I didn't think you did. Somebody told me you guys did, though. But if you don't, I'm like, where is he?
What will Dalton dial up? And this is going to be incomplete. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver. And fourth down coming up.
Going to go for it on fourth down. They're down by 17. They got to go for it. Stay tuned, because after this, we will be facing the Washington Redskins.
Fourth down here. It's Dalton trying to lay one up deep. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles are going to
Their defense is really good. Their offense needs work. Like, I really thought this was going to be more of a blowout.
For last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult.
Oh, here he comes.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but
defense is just killing it.
Exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the
I was wondering who that was, Nudes. Thank you, sir.
And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They needed 17, and they got 18. A defensive lapse there, and it's a first down.
That's a good catch from Mac Hollins. Mac Hollins showing his stuff this year.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want.
What white supremacist?
The strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down.
Like the issue itself?
Because they feel that confident in what he's getting.
If you're asking about the issue, I don't really follow it. Here's the deal. Here's my whole thing.
Get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets.
I'll give you a little background about my, like.
But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
It's a gain of 11
thoughts about all this kind of stuff. All right, so first of all, Donald Trump.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. Had to get on his horse.
He's handling it
throws a nice pass for a first down.
The wrong way. Honestly,
from the red zone now, wins.
I'd much rather see The Rock actually run for office than either Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton in office. I think we would have been fucked both ways. Either way. I don't really follow up on political events. So, like, what happened in Charlottesville this weekend, or whatever it was, didn't know about it for probably like a day, because I just don't follow it. The bottom line is, there is hate in the world, too much hate, and it sucks. I hate growing up. Like, it's so crazy, because when you're a kid, you don't hear it. When I was a kid, you never heard about this stuff, you know, because we were more civilized, and, you know, I don't know, I felt everyone got along just fine.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown.
Now, looking at it, growing up, it's like, did this stuff happen back in the 90s? I don't fucking think so. When I was a kid, I never heard of anything about this. The craziest thing that happened to me when I was a kid was 9/11, you know? Or at least that's when I first got introduced into the... Yeah, that's another thing. I think parents
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point.
are a huge factor into it and how you raise them. And here's, for instance,
now 24.
I used to work in a terrible neighborhood. If you're familiar with the Northeast Philly area, which I don't think any of you really are, there's this really bad neighborhood I used to work in. And there was a whole bunch. I was spit on. I was robbed. I've been held at gunpoint. Someone stole my phone, and that's just walking down in my neighborhood.
They've played excellent. Another
like,
stop here, that would just be the icing on the cake.
I don't know. Like, I would say this. Like, if you're a criminal and you're walking down the street and you see me, I'll be the first to admit I'm an easy freaking target. Because usually when I'm walking around, I have my headphones in, not really paying attention to the area. So he pulled a gun on me and stole my phone. Like, it's just so crazy how people think acting like that is okay.
Second down has in store.
Like, it's unbelievable. Now, and you know, I don't judge either race. I think, you know, we're so much more than that. Like, it's ridiculous how people are acting this way. And Donald Trump is not helping. He judges just as much as the next guy. I thought about it, dudes. I really did. But at the same time, it's not necessary. It really isn't necessary. I have no problems against guns. I'm not one of those, oh, guns kill people. No, I'm not like one of those people, not one of those guys. If you have a gun, more power to you. If it's all like licensed and stuff, more power to you. If you feel safer, more power to you. You know, I'm around little kids a lot, so I necessarily don't want to even risk it. I just wish all this nonsense would stop, because when I'm ready to have kids, I don't want them seeing this kind of crap at all. And it is scary.
Wins to throw on second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. A really good pickup of 20.
But yeah, I mean, I tried to ignore all of that because I am not a controversial person. It will never be perfect. You're right. It will never be perfect. But right now, I think it's at its worst. You know? I mean, obviously I wasn't alive back in those other times where it was really bad, but this is really bad. Like,
yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean,
honestly, I think there were so many drugs in the 70s, 80s, and 90s that people just took them and loved each other, and you know, now, I guess, you know, but even then, drugs are really bad in this time too, and people aren't. Drugs were bad back then, but people loved each other back then.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown.
And dudes, that is, you're right. If some almost said it. If somebody breaks into your house, you have the right to blast them.
He's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
Absolutely have that right. No one should be breaking into your house. What do you get out of it? You don't get anything out of it. You're trying to rob somebody? Good luck breaking into my house. I got nothing. I got my PlayStation. That's the most valuable thing. My PlayStation is the most valuable thing I have. Maybe my Apple Watch. Other than that, nothing. Good luck, bro.
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away.
I don't know, you know, like I don't hang around with like people who have those types of strong opinions. Some people, you know, do, but you know, we don't really talk about it because I'm a guy that just hangs out, has a beer with my buddies, and talk about good things. We don't focus on the shit, you know? The shit is nonsense. The shit is nonsense, and nobody's doing anything.
And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone,
nobody's doing anything about it to stop it. Trump's not doing it to stop it, and if the president of the frickin' United States ain't gonna do anything to stop it, who is? You know who is? The Rock is gonna. The Rock is going to, when he wins the election in 2020. Bruise with the boys. That's all I do, dudes.
Was that a receiver?
Right, I don't worry about it. Like, maybe, I guess I technically should worry about it because, you know, it's happening, I guess, but I'll tell you what does piss me off. Here's what does piss me off, and here's what I have a pretty strong opinion about. Protests. I hate protests. Now.
Third down from the gun, Dalton. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line.
Kanye 2020, I hope not. I'm sorry, I do not like Kanye West. Can't stand him. Can't stand the Kardashians, can't stand any of them. So, protests. Here's the deal. You want to protest something? Fine. But, you know, now I don't agree with driving a car into a protest. That's stupid. That's dumb. But sometimes I feel like they're just attention getters or attention whores. Like, for instance, I'll bust on my own city right now, Philly. They had this protest. Philly is Charlottesville. And when that shit happened in, what is it? It wasn't Georgia, Carolina? I don't know. Like a year or two ago. With the whole looting and stuff. Philly had a Philly is this or Philly is Charlottesville protest. I'm like,
so they complete the pass and now they face a second down.
Absolutely. Sure. I don't, protests don't do anything either.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
But if you want to protest, fine, but do it for the right reasons, not to get on TV.
Incomplete pass on second.
The statues, again, here's the deal. I don't know anything about the statues. Frank Rizzo, don't know a goddamn thing about him. Don't know why people will hate him. I'm sure there's probably a good reason to. I don't know it. Same with the reason the statue got taken down in Virginia. Don't know anything about the dude. Not sure. I'm not a history buff. I don't know any of this stuff. So it doesn't relate to me. So I can't really have a good opinion about it. All I know is this violent shit is stupid. And just grab a beer and have a good time. That's all. Life is too effing short for that shit, man.
They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got
just have a beer. I do think marijuana should be legalized. I don't smoke it myself, but you know, no, I don't think anyone's ever died from marijuana. You know, like, come on.
So funny here on my notes what he said.
I think it's harmless. I do think it's harmless. Maybe not harmless. Harmless.
If you're doing it right. Because that's exactly what he's
only if you make it long, nudes. Only if you make it long.
In the secondary, making catches, making plays. That's the guy that we know.
All right, so I just zoned out of that whole fourth quarter. I felt like, I mean, apparently I did pretty well. It was a close game, but 41-10, like, holy shit. Wow. Right, a comical amount of weed to kill you, and I never even heard of that. But I trust your opinion. You probably smoke it more than I do. And you know, I'm a big drinker myself. Like, I probably drink every week, and no one makes a big deal. I don't think people make a big deal about drunk driving as much as they do marijuana. I really don't. Now I don't, those kids that were killed, you know, had something to do with a drug deal, I believe it was. And it's just like, alright, so we're getting Torrey Smith and Nelson Aguilar back. That's good. It's just, drug deals are what it is, but man, I'll tell you something, man, that shit's terrible. I don't get what drives somebody to do something like that. I really don't. Why? Because it's a fucking low-end drug deal? Drug deal gone bad? Like, come on. Alright, so the Giants and the Redskins both won. So now we can win the division with just a win. I was too young to even remember Reagan. I don't even think I was fucking alive for Reagan. Maybe no, maybe I was. I don't know. Either if I was way too young. Sorry, one sec. Alright, so I want to check something. I want to check the standings real quick. So we've clinched the playoff spot. Woohoo! Alright. Falcons 10-2. We still need a couple games to clinch home field advantage. Edit computer uniforms. I hate these uniforms so bad. There we go. There we go. We're going Kelly Green. Who's your team again, Nudes? Aren't you a Panthers fan too?
I kind of super glued myself to.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Eagles are the least scored-on team in the league, and they'll be up against the Redskins offense that will need to rise to the occasion. We're in for a frigid one in Philly. We're off to Lincoln Financial Field.
Yeah, I thought it was the Panthers. Ooh, it's snowing.
And Charles Davis.
It is a snowy and blustery day in the city of brotherly love as we welcome you to Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3/4 of the way to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
All right, let's do
For the
this.
visiting Redskins, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their
The
last
Redskins
6
are
games.
8-4.
And
We're
going
trying
back through
to
the
dash
tape,
their
I thought they
playoff
looked pretty
hopes.
good last week. It was a solid win.
We win the game, we win the division.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
He didn't have as many throws or
We got our
plays in
receivers back. We got
college
Torrey
as many
Smith,
of the
but I've
quarterbacks that
kept
were coming
Mac
out
Hollins in the
draft,
starting
but he
lineup.
maximized what he had. Ended up winning 2 national championships as a starting quarterback at North Dakota State.
He has been too valuable in their absence.
Incomplete. Torrey Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. On play action, it's Wentz surveying the field.
Ooh,
and that
damn.
is incomplete.
Well, that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective, because they understood where the first down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
So here are the Redskins now backed up a bit here to start their first drive. They'll be led out by a guy who, of course, started all 16 games last year, led the Redskins to the playoffs. He's in his 5th year now for Michigan State. It's Kirk Cousins.
And it's his team. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Remember, he had a pitched battle with Robert Griffin III, and head coach Jay Gruden selected Kirk Cousins. I felt like he trusted him more, thought he was more consistent. That was his guy. He made a big move in that direction, and Kirk Cousins rewarded his faith.
Cousins now on second down. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And a first carry of the game here for Trey Mason. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess
bullshit.
You get this
Panthers
late in the
exist.
year, you expect to see some
Lying.
guys populating
You're
on this
lying.
list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. On 3rd down, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. And it's 4th down. So now here's the 3rd-year man from Oklahoma, Tress Way, on to punt it. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And possession will switch hands. First
You're
and
full
10.
of knowledge.
The Washington defense getting ready. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. This is the Eagles' 5th-round pick, Wendell Smallwood. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. A dump off to Smallwood. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Holding's killing me.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Here's Donnie Jones now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, just be aware a ball may come your way.
Cousins from the gun on third. It's brought in by Dodson. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll come out in the pistol. On the ground again, it's Mason. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Oh my God, I suck.
Up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So the hard count gets him there. Neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defense thought they had the timing down, but the quarterback hit him with a hard count, got him to jump.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss
Oakland
of 2 there,
destroying
up second down.
the Kansas City
Now
Chiefs.
it's 2nd and 7.
Now that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
Dodson with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Now they run. It's Mason. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 2nd down following the run.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense.
Josh Dodson, touchdown, Washington. Josh Dodson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their
Redskins
hands so
strike
quickly
first.
and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this,
I don't know, man.
into the end zone.
I don't
They're
know.
going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
It's rough. It's rough in this game, man.
Philadelphia getting
It's the
set to
snow,
take
dude.
the
It's
field.
totally the snow.
And 3
My
and
past
out on
is
the
usually
last
not that
drive.
bad.
No points on the scoreboard. A little soul searching now.
I would say so. And
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Croy Bierman in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Oh, man.
Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football before he knew nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And
My
they will
blocking
set up
sucks,
shop
too.
red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Oh, this is not
I know
good.
taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Well, we had the fumble last week.
They used to get so many of those, dudes.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time
I barely had the
to
ball.
take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit. And as we've seen throughout this
We are
season,
undefeated.
No
Come on.
trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because
that's a
it's not
holding
easy to
call
throw the ball
on
against
the
them either.
offense. That's right. That's right.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Now Cousins. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, he almost had it for the pick.
Rage quit? No, never. I never rage quit on any of my games, especially, well, sometimes I do it off camera, but I would never do it on camera. I have people watching. I don't want people to judge me.
3rd and long for Cousins. Finding time. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
But I'll tell you what,
It'll be a game
this season, I have had a lot of offensive injuries. If Carson Wentz tore his ACL and was out for like his career, then I would be like, fuck this game.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
I did not hear about that guy.
They recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2 as they'll take over with the ball 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Wentz going to throw. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though.
Yeah.
Because
Wentz
you're exactly
you
right.
like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the
Dude,
success
I
of
am
this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave
right
me the
now.
word, and I just kept using it.
I got no
Into the
blunt.
second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at
Got
it
no
both
small.
ways.
I got
The
no
offense, they gotta figure out what
scrolls.
they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern
Oh,
you
Mac
have,
Hollins.
to get to the half.
Huge
What
completion
adjustments will
there.
the offense make to try to defeat you?
That one goes for 29 yards.
Thank you, Pot. See, marijuana. That is what marijuana does. It makes you stop breaking your controllers.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't
Stop
it?
holding, damn it.
Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
Yeah, that right there will set them back a bit
It's
on the
horseshit.
offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And
Mac
he
Hollins
gets this one
again.
all the way
All right,
down
here we go.
inside the
We're
20-yard
cooking.
line.
We are cooking
Well, it's
now.
one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together, not just throwing the ball. Trying to protect the quarterback now when you got the pass rushers coming at
Can't
you.
get anything on the
Maybe
ground.
things are a little slippery on
Can't
the
get
field.
anything through the
guys
air.
trying to cover downfield, wanting to make sure
How
they
am I
keep
supposed
their
to
footing
play?
as the guys make their cuts. Looking back and locating the ball, you name it, it's difficult all the way around. But the guy throwing it, he may have the toughest
Hey, we're at
task.
100 comments on Madden, guys. Congratulations. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yo, I lost Nelson Aguilar and Torrey Smith this season, like, for, like, weeks. And Mac Hollins just tore it up for me.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And he looks
Trying to
good
show my
in real
age here
life,
a
too.
little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
And that was a really nice play, and it shouldn't surprise us. This guy's an all-pro in 2016, and what makes Josh Norman so good, especially now, is that he plays with not just supreme confidence, but it borders on
Has to go to
arrogance. He
Ursi.
doesn't think anyone can beat him on any route, and he's still upset about where he was drafted coming out of college. He thought he should have been a first-round guy. He went later than that, and he's been trying to prove it to the league.
Come on,
since.
we got to get in here.
It's real easy to talk about Josh Norman's athletic ability, but to get the number
Yeah, I
of
still
pass
can't believe
breakups
Aguilar
he's
is
had,
on the team,
especially
bro.
what we've seen in this game, you know he's done a great job of film study and understanding what was.
There's Alshon Jeffrey.
End zone, touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey with touchdown number 12 on the year.
12th touchdown for Jeffrey.
Back within a score. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respected and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll take it past the 25 and
out
up to
of
the
here,
28-yard
sir.
line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6
Kirk
points.
Cousins looking too
They also have to
good.
remember
I
they
don't
did
like
put
it.
points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that
fuck
play,
was that?
he can hurt you downfield.
He reads
Who's he
defenses
shuffling
so
to?
well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. And he's got the
He is,
first
but
down
he's injured.
yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Not
Hey, what's he have? Hold on. Check that out for you. Ronald Darby, dislocated elbow. He's coming back soon. But look at this. Dislocated ankle, dislocated ankle, dislocated ankle, torn bicep. He's out for the season. Everyone's dislocating shit. Torrey Smith had had broken ribs. Nelson Aguilar had dislocated ankle. Carson Wentz dislocated his ankle earlier this year.
Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback
fuck
like
your
he
ankles.
is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz
I hope
scheme,
not, dude.
and you can drop
I really hope
anyone
not.
out of your
I
defensive
have like a
front.
couple of these guys
Defensive
on
end, defensive
my
tackle.
fantasy.
Doesn't matter.
Wentz is on my
Just
fantasy.
exchange someone
Smith
to
is
bring
on
more
my
pressure towards the
fantasy.
quarterback
Sproles is on
and
my
still try and
fantasy.
cover downfield. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. They go play action. Cousins. Out to the left. It's complete to Dykson. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a
F
first
that
down.
noise. Kidding
Well, we
me?
always hear
F
about the
that
connections some quarterbacks
noise.
have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Show some confidence. And no escaping this
There
time
you
as
go.
he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nigel Bradham coming in from that outside linebacker spot to
What's
bury
up,
him
New York
for a
Mac?
loss of 7.
What's going on,
Calls
bro?
like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice game on the previous play. but
I'm
gave
alright,
about
just
half the
losing
yardage
right
back
now.
on the
You know,
sack.
not feeling too good about
Excellent
myself.
pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Oh, you
There it
saw
is.
that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. A great read, and it's picked off.
You don't
And this
throw
return
across
is
your
gonna be
body,
halted
bro.
right around the 28-yard line.
Joe Walker,
And the
first
young
career
buck,
interception.
The rookie just racked up his first career interception.
I just said
The
that.
scouting department, they've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, That's big-time scouting right there, and what a great play he just made.
Philadelphia getting
Let's go,
set
guys.
to take
Come
the
on.
field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory,
go.
why would you change anything?
Don't
They
want
gotta be
Wentz
confident about what
to
they're
get
presenting
on a roll.
and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Wentz.
Aw.
It's a screen pass. That's complete. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you were throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it
All right,
up.
I'll take
or
it.
Throw it away.
Almost got
Throw
the
it on
5 yards
sideline.
back.
Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Fuck, my cigarettes go. There they go. They're behind me. 2-minute warning. We're down by 3. We're facing a 3rd and
A reminder
11.
coming up at halftime while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box. We'll be
Yes.
sending you to
I think 3rd and
Orlando where
11.
Larry
Yes.
Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Send me to Orlando, please.
Don't be so soft.
Let's go! 319! 319!
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's got time. Oh, the ball comes
Nobody
out on the
open,
hit,
man.
but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have
Come
something
on,
going.
man.
They were moving the ball
Gotta
on
get him.
offense, had a nice sequence going.
I'm
Don't
actually
worry about
working,
the other part. You
unfortunately.
can't get that
Working
back. Let's get
working
back
for
to what you were
SummerSlam,
doing
but I'll be
well
watching
before.
it
I thought you were gonna say
afterwards.
they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Pulling for Braun, baby. Pulling for Braun.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing
for the Hardys to get off that pre-show.
with the bigger targets.
Fucking stupid.
2nd down, Cousins. Surveying the field. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Josh Doxson.
And he's going to go out of bounds at the
Killing
30-yard
me.
line. 23 yards on the play. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't
Jesus.
100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They go play action here on 1st down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
Certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed.
There's a big sack.
Too much that time as Cousins goes down. Now hold everything.
That's
We're going
huge.
to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to
20 sacks for Fletcher Cox.
3rd and long for Cousins. And that is incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target.
I love
4th down.
when you guys do the wrestling episodes, man. I
So
can't
now they're
get
going to send
enough
out
of
the
those.
field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield
Guys,
logo.
make sure you actually
It's
do
a
check out the Broadcast Podcast. You can find
58-yard
them on iTunes. I think you can find them on Stitcher,
And
maybe
he's gonna
even.
miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the
And they have their
left
own
upright.
website,
And this
broadcast.com.
score will stay right
Broadcastpodcast.com.
where it
And they're on
is.
Twitter.
And this is one of the risks you run.
I've been on the
when you
show
attempt the long
a
field
couple
goal.
times. I've done
If
some
you
joint
miss,
things
the
with
defense
Topher.
takes over the spot of the
It's
placement.
real great stuff,
so now
man.
They've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
To throw, it's Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Gotta show some love. Topher is a very big. Topher was very helpful in the start of my YouTubing days when I would do the podcast. Without his help, I wouldn't be doing this today. And the podcasts are coming back for football season, and we still do shoot the shit episodes, man.
That makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory.
I need somebody, bro. If you want in, bro, we can do that. I'm trying to do a post show or a pre-game show sometime in the week leading up to a game, then a post show after the game. I don't know if it'd be that same night or the week later. Maybe we'll combine post and pre-shows. And then I want to do a fantasy football episode too, updating on my fantasy team, as well as if you got a fantasy team coming up, man. Absolutely want to do that.
They'll run again with Mason. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
So we have the second quarter has been awesome for us.
We are set for the third quarter of action already. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good
James.
On first down.
Oh, James.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, man, I will gladly have you on, bro. I've always wanted to do a football talk show.
Cousins now on 2nd down. On the catch, it's Crowder. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves.
I have a lot more followers that are interested in football as much, not a lot more than wrestling, which is why I kind of stopped the wrestling episodes. We still talk about it sometimes, every now and then on the live streams, but depends on who's in chat and who do I have playing with me and shit.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Mason.
You got it, bro. I will definitely subscribe to original YouTubers.
And it's 3rd down.
How original are you? Are you like the very first YouTubers?
Still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
We are on the road to 100 subscribers, guys. I think we're at 67 or 68, something like that.
It's unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, very good return that time.
Sure, I'll get on that right now.
And the Eagles take possession.
No problem, man. Is it original YouTubers or is it something else?
Green 39. Green 30. Watching now, Barney. Barney. All right, now look at 56.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Now Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Is that you?
The play clock's running down.
Here we go now.
Oh, all right. I didn't know you could do that.
Wentz again here on second and 10. And complete to Zach
Zach Ertz.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Oh, and I got an extra 15 yards out of that. Oh, how about that? I didn't know you could do that. There you go. You're good, man.
So the offense lining up first and 10.
I am officially subscribed to your channel.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Dancing to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz.
Torrey Smith is going to find the end zone.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Torrey Smith.
I totally just subscribed to you, bro.
On the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when
Hold
it's
on.
run that precisely and the ball's delivered
Clear
that
up.
accurately.
Can't really see it. But I frickin' subscribed to you, damn it. I swear.
After now from Sturgis. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Unless I subscribe to it. No. I totally have it. Totally have the right one.
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Usually is.
A first down throw for Cousins. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Cousins now on second down.
Oh, that's 21 sacks for Fletcher Cox.
Fletcher Cox in there for sack
21.
number 22 on the
Oh, that's
year.
22.
Just a half sack shy now
One more.
of Michael Strahan's record of
One more,
22
baby.
and a half, set in 2001. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And he's got room.
Don't be afraid to hit him, guys.
He's down after a good gain. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Another pistol look here. Cousins on first down.
Ooh.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. 10 yards still left on second down.
Hey man, no problem. Always willing to help somebody out as long as A, they're real, and B, you help me out.
So this is the second
thank you.
consecutive week as you look at the numbers that he just doesn't seem to have the same pop as we normally see him with.
Is there an injury we don't know about?
That's what I'm wondering.
Because that's a legitimate question right now. We're used to speed, power, all coming together. And what I've always loved about him is his vision. You know, last week he didn't have that as well. Always thought he was picking the wrong hole to try and run through. And his blockers, they seem to be getting him to the right place, but he picked the wrong spot. We're seeing some of that again this week. Can they snap it together? Can they get back in sync? Because normally we see them go together very,
It's a
very
falsy.
well.
It's a falsy.
Offense.
So now 1st and 15. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the gun, here's Cousins. Got his man over the middle. This is quick. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll make it 2nd down. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first.
Let's go, dude.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he drops this.
All right.
Incomplete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash.
He missed that one. He missed that one. He's 0 for 2. He's 0 for 2.
And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Remember how much we enjoyed watching him last week?
It's the same thing this week. Look at those numbers.
I'd hate to be a defender right now because no matter what they're throwing at him in terms of coverages, he's finding ways to defeat it. And even when he's covered, he's not covered. What is he doing? What's that term they use? He's uncovering and making big catches. Really fun to watch.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. It's caught. Smith. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic.
I knew that was happening. That was a bad throw.
Really well done. Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding
looking for a 57-yarder. All right.
Down sticks and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So
big kick
there, and they finish off the drive with 3. And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A handoff to start the drive to Mason. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. 2 yards to go here on third down.
Let's go. All right, now look at 56.
Going to give this time to the tailback.
All right. Good job,
No
guys.
gain on the play there. A nice job defensively.
Until we'll end the third quarter. They're having 4th and 2. What do? They're down by 14. They'll probably punt it, but if it were me, I'd probably go for it.
In the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4.
We are a quarter away from clinching the division.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be taken at the 13. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. A dump off to Smallwood. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover. And when the
Oh, God, he's sacked.
To get to him. He goes down for a sack. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through
It's
the
all right.
top
It's
for
all
an
right.
8-yard loss. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. On play action, it's Wentz. They'll roll him out right. He's got him in, complete.
Mac Hollins, baby. Mac frickin' Hollins.
He gets into enemy territory.
We saw him hit a big play there on
Over
a deep
100
post.
yards receiving for
Most
the
of
kid.
time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Everything is crazy. How some of these NFL players are like
It'll be 1st down, Eagles.
younger than you.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage.
Like,
that they
what did
get.
you do
But
with
it
your
is so
life?
tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying
I don't know, I
speeds.
do.
Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Here's Wentz to throw. Caught right side. It's Jeffrey. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Again, it's Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Let's
And
go,
that was just
baby.
absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles.
Torrey Smith coming up big.
In the secondary.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
And that
Ew,
pickup on the
that's
first
so
down,
weird.
that's
Like,
gonna leave
that's
a
really
mark
weird.
because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Like, I was just thinking, like, Mac Hollins is probably, what, 22, 23? And I'm 26, playing as a fake creative player of him.
Create a turnover or takeaway.
Whatever.
Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target.
Get out of their own head because they understand how many bodies are there. And sometimes they
To throw is Wentz.
The fat Ezekiel Elliott
24. They get
is
to
younger.
it, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. They defensively
Yeah,
get
right.
into a
Like,
groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
and you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm.
Oh, you bitch-ass motherfucker.
And the Redskins
Come on, Torrey Smith.
get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was
You
over.
made a good catch and everything.
Had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
How's Alshon Jeffrey going to get a safety?
They come up in an offset out. The drive begins with Mason. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
They better hurry their butts up.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Cousins on first down. They shakes him off. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And while he did a good job of
Was Fletcher
sliding
Cox
around in
part
the
of that?
pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Second down, Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle.
No first, you ain't getting that.
Juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
3rd and short yardage.
Oh, he slipped. Nice.
Incomplete. He had no
Now I think they're going for it.
Away, but that brings up 4th.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield. But that one goes incomplete.
They'll run for it with
No.
He only needed a few inches, but they stop him behind the line. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Let's go. 3-19.
They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Can't get
It'll be a
anything
loss of
going.
7
Blocking
on
has
the
been
second. Brings up
terrible in this game. I think, so now that we're at 2 minutes,
We'll come back to wrap this one up.
after this, we're going to take a break from Madden. We're going to come back on with Heavy Rain. We're going to, I feel like that the ending is coming up to Heavy Rain, so we're going to try and finish that up, play an hour of that, and then we'll be back on with Madden. Not franchise mode, but I believe my brother will make his first appearance on Fireside Chats with Mike Butler. We're going to be playing some Madden head-to-head, so be sure to check that out. Make sure we give him a very warm Fireside Chats welcome.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Now Wentz on third down. And Jeffrey's got it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Sliding out of the pocket.
Is he?
And he's able to work it.
Ooh, you don't land on his head.
Timeout, and they get it. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. On second down, here's Wentz. Being chased out left. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Into the Redskins. Have it, they do.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Give them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
On the screen, this is Mason. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 12 yards on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Washington. And now it looks like they're
Where you going, Fletcher? Get on the line.
Cousins on first down. This one caught by Crowder. The completion good for 3.
Hey, man, stay in bounds. That's fine by me.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off.
Oh!
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
How about that?
Pick-6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the
Get out of my way, Trey Mason.
In the opposite direction.
Now Sturgis on to add the extra point.
So it is almost official. We will be guaranteed a home playoff game,
21 points.
as we will clinch the division at the end of 35 seconds.
So they throw the pick.
Cousins is a fucking chump. I hate Kirk Cousins. I think he's overrated as F.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
I don't think he's going to do shit this year, to be honest with you.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery, finding time. And his pass incomplete. Brian Quick, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. And on
Both my backup linebackers with the interceptions today. Joe Walker.
He knows exactly when to get rid of the football.
That guy, I can't pronounce his name.
He's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Who needs Michael Kendricks? Who needs Jordan Hicks?
For Mason. And he'll be brought down right at the 30
Not me, that's
here.
for sure.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And this is brought in by Pryor. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
And I think Terrell Pryor's a flash in the pan at wide receiver.
And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. One last shot now for Cousins. Oh, nearly picked.
One more second.
Lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And boy,
But like, I don't think he.
Surveying the field.
I don't think he'll do good
And the pressure too much
with the Redskins. I don't.
Cousins goes down.
People know of him now. No one expected the year he had last year. People know him. People study up on him.
Chillier up here in the open air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the
Hey,
snow
man.
because
I love Tebow. I love Tim Tebow. Still think Tim Tebow never got a fair shot in the NFL. It's just me, though. I feel like he could still be our quarterback. Still waiting for my Tim Tebow jersey. I need to get it. I'm not going to go on through life without having a Tim Tebow Eagles jersey. Just, you can't. I will go on in life without having a Tim Tebow Mets jersey, though I refuse to wear a Mets jersey, even if it is Tebow. Hey, man. I hate Skip Bayless so much. Like, I don't even consider his opinion about Tim Tebow. Like, I don't care. Because you're, like, the biggest Cowboys fan, homer guy ever. Like, shut the fuck up. Who's returning? Darren Sproles returning from injury. That is huge. Ronald Darby returning from injury. That is huge as well. That's what I'm going to do there. He does, but I don't care because all of his other opinions are trash. And since LeGarrette Blount is out, I guess we are going to start Darren Sproles. So let's take a look at our injury report now. I feel like it just took a major upgrade. Now we're only down to 3 people. He is. I really can't stand Stephen A. Smith either, to be honest with you. So let's take a look at these standings here. We have clinched the NFC East. Let's see. Let's take a look at some other teams. AFC North. Oh my God, that is so wide open. 5-8 Bengals lead the division. Oh, I guess technically these 3 are tied. Oh my God, how terrible of a division that is. Guaranteed a losing team with a losing record is going to win that division. In the South, Jaguars and Titans are a game apart. In the AFC East, Patriots and Dolphins are neck and neck-ish. And in the AFC West, the Raiders, Chargers, and Chiefs all in it. Switching over to the NFC North, the Packers have clinched their division. In the NFC South, the Falcons are... they're a win away from clinching their division. Yeah. And of course we know about us. And in the West, the Cardinals and Seahawks are neck and neck. Alright guys, well, thank you so much for joining me. I think this is the most poppin' Madden stream I've done. We're going to switch over to Heavy Rain for a little bit, and then we will be back with Madden. Either more franchise, or if my bro comes over, we're going to be doing our first head-to-head meet on Fireside Chats with Mike Butler. Yo, don't get me started. I could do a whole podcast on Michelle Beadle. Thank you so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. And stick around if you want for Heavy Rain. We're going to probably get through that today. Alright? Thank you guys so much. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Follow Broadcast Podcast. Hit up my man Jim Zimmerman. He just came out with a new single called The Midnight. Make sure you follow all those guys. Thank you so much. We're out. Maybe. Now we're out.